When you look back in Chicago sports history, you will find, quite simply, only 2 world championships of any kind in the last 30 years. The 1961 Chicago Blackhawks won it, and since then, the 30 years since then, we had the Bears in January of '86 winning the Super Bowl, and now the Chicago Bulls. Can you believe it? The Bulls, NBA world champions in the 25th year of this franchise's existence. Who's coming on? There we go. There is Scotty Williams, Michael Jordan's North Carolina buddy. Scotty Williams, I suppose that's appropriate. One of the bench players coming off first. This team simply wouldn't have won without its bench. Scotty taking a little home video, not bad. I like that shirt too. Somehow he managed to get Bulls colors in there. There's Craig Hodges with a happening tie, Will Perdue, and Mr. Bill Cartwright. And ladies and gentlemen, that man with the sunglasses and the light beige suit shaking hands with a staff member is John Bach, the assistant coach and the principal architect of this team's outstanding defense. There's Mr. Cool John Paxson in the plaid shorts. Terrific last night, 10 of the last 12 points for the Bulls. Broadcasters Jim Durham and Johnny Red Kerr. That's their weight trainer Al Vermeil. That's Jimmy Stack, one of Jerry Krause's assistants, followed by various other members of the staff. Tex Winter, assistant coach Jim Clemens, and I think you'll see some of the players coming off now whom people have just been clamoring for. There, ladies and gentlemen, is Cliff Levingston. What a great playoff he had. Dennis Hobson, a role player. B.J. Armstrong, who came into his own in this second half of this championship season. There are some more staff members. There's Stacy King. That's the most unusual hat I've ever seen, Stacy. Horace Grant, the G-Man, Scottie Pippen, and there it is. Michael Jordan brings the World Championship trophy home to Chicago. What a sight. What a beautiful sight. This city has just gone crazy over what these Bulls have done. Michael Jordan, your MVP. Jerry Krause and Coach Phil Jackson following Michael. There's Phil talking with Steve Shainwald, and Joe Lee, the man in the black suit, has been a staff member for 25 years. Let's go up live now to the podium. That's where the Bulls are.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the greatest fans in the world. The sixth man is better than any sixth man in the world, and you people are the sixth man. They asked me to lead this thing off. I'm going to lead it off real short by saying that this is the greatest fandom in the world. It's the greatest city in the world. It's a team that just went 76-23. And that is one hell of an achievement. And we are proud of you guys to help us. I'm going to introduce the guy who did this, the key man here that led the whole thing, Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, the coach of the year if there ever was one. What a brilliant job he's done in just 2 years at the Bulls' helm.
Well, the weather's nicer in Chicago than it is in LA, I'll tell you that. We're proud to be able to come back here and have won 3 on the road and vanquish the LA Lakers. They're a great opponent. And we want to thank the Detroit team and their fans for encouraging us to do this. Now I talk enough. I'm going to turn this over to Michael Jordan, MVP.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Airness.
I know, first of all, I'd like to say I'm very happy to be a part of this. It's been a 7-year wait for myself, but I think from everybody on this team, no one could be more proud of the situation that we brought to the city of Chicago than all these 12 guys here, along with the coaching staff, that we did it for the fans of Chicago and for the city of Chicago and for ourselves. Thank you.
Michael Jordan, who in truth is a soft-spoken man of few words. I have never gotten the impression he likes the media spotlight, but it's something he feels he has to deal with, and he does it brilliantly. In that speech right there, I think you saw the quintessential Michael Jordan thanking his teammates, talking about the fans, and doing it in few words. The fans here clamoring for, shouting for Scottie Pippen. I don't know if they're going to have Scottie talk or not. Phil Jackson, I think, wants Bill Cartwright to come over, the senior member of this team among the players at 12 years in the NBA. There's Mr. Bill.
I always believe in keeping things brief. I just want to thank the people of Chicago for the support. And I tell you what, let's get the hell out of here and go have a party.
Scottie Pippen now. Here's Scottie. 32 points last night. Wow.
I just want to say thanks to all the fans in Chicago for the support that you've given us all season and all throughout the past years that, you know, we worked hard for this and we feel like that you all deserve it as well as we do. Thank you.
Scottie Pippen, who got rid of all the demons of past playoffs for this Chicago Bulls team, the player who really made the difference in so many games, especially that Detroit series. You can't say it often enough. A team effort if there ever was one. And here's Johnny Pax, Mr. Icewater last night. Swish.
I can't really add anything other than we're glad to be home. After we won it last night, my only thoughts were getting back to Chicago and being able to celebrate it with all of you. This is great.
John Paxson's 20-point effort last night, typifying his playoff. Whenever the Bulls needed big baskets against the Lakers, he came up with them. He also had a brilliant first quarter in one of the victories against the Detroit Red Wings. And now John Paxson can say he's a member of a World Championship Chicago Bulls team. What a year this club has had. A lot more coming up, including that great rally tomorrow downtown.
You have to do it again, though. Do you have to repeat?
We want to repeat. We don't have to, but we want to repeat.
Hey, Michael, can you believe that you're back home?
Are the world champions?
No. It's not so easy just for it to sink in one day. It's going to take a while before it actually sinks in.
What was the first thought that went through your mind coming off that plane? First thought when you looked out there?
Well, you know, the support that I've gotten and the team's gotten for, you know, my whole career here. And for us to give something back, you know, to bring a championship here to Chicago. You know, it's like saying thanks to them as much as they say thanks to us.
Well, this city went nuts last night, Michael. You wouldn't have believed it unless you were in the streets downtown, people stopping their cars, partying.
I wish I could have seen it, you know, but you know, I can only imagine.
Mike, were you willing to sacrifice a game in LA to bring it back to Chicago since the fans really wanted you to?
I think they wanted it no matter where it was. All right.
Thanks a lot, Michael. Michael Jordan, an unbelievable year. If you think about what this team has accomplished. Last night down on Division Street, looking at those people going nuts and looking at these fans here, and now listening to what Michael said, we've all, of course, witnessed Chicago sports history. Let's go back to you in the studio.